What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today is April the 23rd. I want to give you a quick pre-market update, go over some of the hot movers and what big money is doing today. Before we get into any of that though, make sure to hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So starting off with data points, not a whole lot. We have a couple of Fed speakers as well as new home sales and so forth, but it is what Trump stated yesterday. That's what is really going to fuel the broader market for most likely the next couple of trading days. So he did mention that he's going to be easing off on China as he does negotiate, not necessarily playing hardball. That is seen as a very positive thing. In addition to that, he did mention that he's not going to be firing Powell. I don't know if he just found out he can't fire Powell or whatever reason, but nonetheless, market seeing it as a very strong positive. So that's what's fueling the market. So you can kind of see Dow is up 1.84, S&P 2.45, NASDAQ 2.81. So pretty good stuff today. Most likely we will be transitioning finally out of the extreme fear category. We have been there for the last month and a half for the most part. And so yeah, it'd be very welcomed to go back into the fear category, meaning people's appetite for risk is starting to increase. So let me know your viewpoint on that. Getting right to it though, SoFi is up 7.01%, absolutely kick ass. So it is at that $12 range. So it's just a hop, skip, and a jump until it gets back to that 13 to 17. But aside from that though, 12.99% of the free floats being shorted, works out to be 139.96 million shares. Shorts haven't really been doing all that much over the last couple of trading days, so they've probably been really like, WTF, what is going on? This isn't according to plan and so forth. So I think it's just a matter of time before they start to return, leading into SoFi's upcoming earnings, which is basically less than a week away now. But as far as right now with it at 1203, it is trading between this pivot and this S1. So 1091 will be a strong support. I don't see that being touched today. Flip side, 1246 is going to be the next strong target. And given SoFi's momentum, I could see that being touched, probably not closing above that or like fully above that, but I could see a quick spike to roughly around that point. So again, do your own due diligence, all the other fun jazz. Nvidia is up, so 5.21%. A lot of stocks ultimately that have been hit because of a lot of the tariff news and various things, they're all just rebounding. So it's good to see actually concrete solid stocks be what big money is focusing on today, not necessarily speculative or momentum stocks. So Nvidia is up a lot, up 5.24%, and shorts are already returning 204,000 shares this morning pre-market. So 0.99% of the free float is being shorted, works out to be 232.04 million shares. A couple key points to watch for with a 104 trading between this S1 and this S2. 99.52 is going to be a strong support, and then 104 is going to be the next strong target / resistance, which is pretty much there already. So next one above that would be most likely that 106 range. So if you're looking to swing trade, just kind of keep that in mind. Tesla. So Tesla is up 7.26%. Now this is the second consecutive time of them essentially bombing on their earnings, the actual key metrics, but they did give good future guidance. So the market is really jumping all over that. So kind of an interesting type of thing. So whatever you learned about like earnings and how the market in theory does work, Tesla just took that, ripped it into and threw it out the window. So it's kind of funny, but nonetheless, Tesla is definitely moving higher. As far as shorts, they are increasing 45,000 shares pre-market, so not a crazy amount, but at the same time they clearly are calling out Tesla's BS and just acting based off of the key metrics. Again, they missed on earnings per share and revenue, but 2.74% of the free float is being shorted. Works out to be 75.7 or 76.75 million shares overall are being shorted. Just for clarification, None of these stocks are squeeze plays. It's just I like to analyze what shorts are doing and where they have been, kind of what they've been doing overall. So just keep that in mind. But if you're looking at trading Tesla with that 254, trading between this pivot and this S1, so 226 is going to be that next strong kind of support. I don't see that being touched today. Even if Armageddon does start, that's not gonna be touched. Flip side, 260 is going to be that next strong target, and similar to SoFi, I can actually see a nice run up to that point. It wouldn't really justify to be above that or close above it, but I think you could see a nice spike there and then a little bit of a consolidation in the middle ground here. So let me know your viewpoint on that. Intel is up, so piggybacking off of the broader markets kind of momentum, but they did announce yesterday that they're going to be doing a mass layoff, so 20% layoff. So that's quite significant, and this is actually on, I think they did it roughly around 6 months ago, or somewhere around that time frame. Another mass layoff. That's when they did get a new CEO. So yeah, bad kind of news for Intel. And on a side note, they do have their earnings coming up on the 24th after the market does close. So usually whenever you see layoffs right before earnings, that's a rather negative sign. But these are some of the estimates. So earnings per share is flat, so 0. Revenue is 12.31 billion, and then earnings per share over the last 90 days, 2 positive and 25 negative revisions. So again, not that much level of optimism. 3.95% of the free floats being shorted, works out to be 171.77 million shares. Shorts aren't doing anything pre-market though, but they have been really doubling down, as you can see, going from 2.39 to where it is now. So it's still not a squeeze play, but shorts are sensing blood and definitely are pouncing. With it at $20 and change, it is trading between this pivot and this S1. So 20.08 is going to be a strong support, followed by 18.40. Then flip side, 12.80, and then 25.52 is going to be the next strong target / resistance points. I don't really see much upside with this, so I don't see the pivot being touched. If anything, during the trading day, it might have spikes here and there, but might eventually gravitate towards this S1. So again, just do your own due diligence at the end of the day. Moving on, Palantir is similarly piggybacking off of the good news, so it is up 5.78%, and shorts aren't really doing anything. 2.46% of the free floats being shorted, works out to be 53.17 million shares. As I've mentioned in the past, Palantir shorts probably just have PTSD. Every time they've thought it was like a sure thing that Palantir was going to go down or wasn't justified, they lose their asses. So I think they honestly are just not really doing all that much. So interesting kind of stuff. Even though it's not a squeeze play, still $5 billion worth of shorts are in Palantir. So kind of crazy to think about it in that format. But right now, with it at $99 and change, it's trading between this R2 and this R1. 94.73 is going to be a strong support, and then 100 is going to be that next strong target, followed by 109. So let me know your general thoughts on these stocks. Good to see that big money is focusing on the big players, not the, like I mentioned, speculative and momentum stocks. Shows that the market in its value is being sought, not just greed. So kind of a good change of events. Let me know your thoughts. What stocks are you buying, selling? What do you believe in this rally? What's your kind of viewpoint on everything? Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. One final thing, pop over to my Patreon. I give buy signals on stocks, options, crypto, pretty much a lot of the stocks as well that I'm bringing up today. Those where it's at is what I mentioned where it's going to go, such as Palantir. I mentioned it's going to go to the $100 range. Nvidia 104. Tesla, I didn't really give any price prediction on that one, only because even the most experienced traders kind of knew that Elon has a special touch with the broader market. So Tesla's been a unique circumstance. Although on the side note, I've been buying. I did buy in at 224 or 225. So lucky I was lucky to have done that because yeah, it's gonna really pay off, and most likely based on this, it should continue some good momentum over the next little bit, as robotaxis and Optimus seem to be the fueling factors for it. But nonetheless, don't forget to hit that thumbs up and pop over to my Patreon for all those buy signals. And with all that, appreciate all of you watching.